We've got a last story about Sam Smith to go through. He recently canceled a show in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and they tried to pass this off as tech issues and logistical errors, but it almost definitely was political pressure that got Sam Smith to cancel the show because of BDS activists.
Boycott, divest, sanction.
Yeah, that's boycott.
It's like I can hear Ilhan Omar from the other room, like coming in to say, "No, Sam Smith, you cannot go to Israel."
They created a hashtag campaign. I don't think that a hashtag equals a campaign, but whatever. It was called hashtag Sam Don't Go.
Wow.
Very simple message, and it involved people urging Smith to cancel his concert, as well as a petition that was launched to convince them to do so. So I saw that after he canceled it, the the Palestinian Campaign for the Academic and Cultural Boycott of Israel tweeted, Palestinians warmly welcome the news that Sam Smith will not be performing in apartheid Israel and avoiding art washing or pink washing Israel's oppression against Palestinians. Pink washing?
I don't like that they're
what does that mean?
I've never heard that term
apartheid
before.
too.
Art washing? Never heard that word either.
Yeah. pink
NGOs
washing,
just
yeah.
be coming up with the randomest terms. And then Palestine Solidarity Campaign tweeted, We are thrilled at the news that Sam Smith will not be performing in apartheid Israel. This comes after thousands around the world called on Sam to respect the Palestinian picket line and cancel the gig. Hashtag Sam Don't Go. And this is like way beyond the levels of Writers Guild strike pressure.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it's weird because I feel like there's I don't know, Sam Smith performing his raunchy, demonic,
in Israel,
disgusting shows in Israel already feels wrong to me as a person of faith. But then if you think about it, the state of Israel is a secular one.
Yeah, it's
and
in Tel Aviv too.
has a huge gay population.
Yes, definitely.
So that is essentially his target audience, and he's now basically acquiesced to political pressure, meaning he's not the resistance guy
I'm interested to hear
that
what,
he claims to be.
I'm interested to hear what, like you said, it's his target audience. I'm interested to hear what people in Tel Aviv and what Israelis that are there think about that. Are they going to be applauding him for not coming? Are they going to be like, yeah, thanks for not coming to our problematic state? Or like, well, I don't know what they're going to, like, what are they going to do? I'd love to hear their opinion on it.
Also, if I'm forced to look at this picture today, everyone else has to look at this picture today. Sorry.
I can look this way and I don't have to look at it at all.
hate
It's
it.
great.
Thanks,
Okay.
I hate it.
I don't even know what it is.
Well,
And then
you're
they're
lucky.
saying that he should do a concert in Gaza instead, in solidarity.
How?
They would
That's so
never allow
ridiculously
that
insane.
show to
Why
happen
would that
in
ever
Gaza.
happen?
That would never happen, and it's such a dangerous thing too. And if for Sam Smith to act as if being in Gaza, which again is very Muslim, he's going to be in Gaza and act like people aren't going to have a problem with him being, or him, they being they them, and like not like that's not going to be a problem, dude. Like that's going to be a big issue. I don't know, to do it in Gaza, dude.
So
That's not going to happen. Not gonna happen.
They said, here's hoping he does a show in Gaza, maybe a rooftop venue.
Dude.
Ooh. That's
Yeah,
rough.
That wasn't me.
That is a nice defenestration.
If you know,
joke
you
for
know.
the day.
It is a
Defenestration.
weird statement on the globalist nature of entertainment now that these have to be issues at all when you're a performer, that you have to worry about the individual thoughts of every single nation, the individual beliefs of every single nation that you go travel to, because now you're getting pressure from another nation about another nation that you're performing.
Right.
So
It's wild.
does he ever going to go to South Korea and have a bunch of North Koreans be like, North Koreans for Sam Smith do not want Sam Smith to play in South Korea?
Dude, that's a really big question to ask about, like what people are gonna do with this, because the state of the world, it's weird because we're all so interconnected now. It used to be like
Exactly.
you go to other places and you'd be like, oh, what's the news here? What's the news here? There were differences. Now we all have. I remember like having Deutschmarks and francs when I was young in Europe. That's not a thing anymore. Everyone's on euros now, and that changed when I was a child. And
I've heard that even accents in a lot of places are going away because we're
Yeah.
getting one like globalized accent.
I mean, you're not going to get harmony between Islamism and liberalism.
No.
And if anyone thinks that that's going to happen,
Yeah, I
they'll
got
find out
some
the
to
hard
say.
way.
Right.
Like, genuinely.
Yeah, it's not. They're not.
They're not compatible.
Not compatible. Yeah.
And
that's
that's
what I'm
when
looking for.
that's like I was saying yesterday, you can't like woke in two directions.
They're gonna try.
It's being pulled both
They're gonna
directions.
try.
Yeah.
It's like
really
the
hard.
Squidward meme where he's looking in opposite directions. It's
Right.
like me when I'm trying to like pander to pro-Palestine activists,
I've
and
never-
then me when I'm trying to pander to like all the LGBTQ and drag queen activists.
I do
Right,
remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
first time that
Can't
I
win
saw
both.
the Queers for Palestine signs at college
It's
campuses.
the craziest thing. I was like, that is such a, what's the word? It's like the military intelligence. It's a what's the word? It's like a, it doesn't make sense. It's like the opposite. You know,
I'm
it's
just dying to know what pink
military
washing and art
intelligence.
watching.
No.
Washing
it's like
is.
it's
Thank you.
a not a snafu. It's a oxymoron.
Oh, yeah.
Oxymoron. It's like so. I've ever seen that as well in university. I was like, that's the most oxymoronic sign I've ever
Yes.
seen in my life.
Yep.
I've never thought I would ever see that, but here we are. You know, and it's only a little while before people in the LGBTQIA2+ and counting figure out
Whoa.
about Asia and then start using that as their argument within Islamic circles to say this is totally fine. Let's push the pro MAP movement. You know what I mean? I think that could eventually happen. I don't know if it will, but that could be an alliance that will bring the two back together again.
I just
Who
found out
knows?
what pink washing is.
What is it?
It says pink washing is the strategy of promoting LGBT rights protections as evidence of liberalism and democracy, especially to distract from or legitimize violence against other countries or communities, often to improve a country's tarnished reputation.
Wow.
You know what the problem is with
Very
society?
deceptively written.
That's
I know.
You know what the
interesting.
problem with
So
society
they're,
is?
they're using Sam Smith to make themselves look better.
Well, they're claiming like,
Because they're-
people who are pro-Israel are using gay people as a shield
That's crazy.
of
That's
activism
crazy.
to continue like marginalizing Palestinians, which
Right, the
I'm
Zionists are
completely
doing
ignorant and not opinionated about.
My
Yeah,
favorite
but
thing in the world
I
is
just-
whenever Israel-Palestine comes up because I get to be like, yeah, I don't
I never heard.
It's just
the word
weird
before.
to make that argument to say they're pink washing when it's like they're the Zionist Jewish state who wouldn't inherently like or wouldn't like be like all about being promoting homosexuality, you know, but they're gonna use it's like it doesn't make sense. There at some point there's like a logical break where it's like this wouldn't make any sense, but they're
I
gonna
figured out what
use it anyways, I guess.
art washing is.
Okay.
It says art washing is a process where real estate entities use cultural capital to rebrand luxury developments, I guess gentrification, by buying advertising space within a gallery in order to cover up negative public image.
Rephrase that again. Say that one more time.
They use cultural capital to rebrand luxury developments.
cultural
By,
capital.
I guess woke advertisement used to cover up a negative public image.
Oh,
Like woke capitalism,
Like
basically.
Nike? like Nike with all their
Maybe?
child slaves. Is that?
Yeah, I
don't
think
know if
so.
that's- I don't think that's.
I think that would maybe count.
like Pepsi, who is contributing to like the obesity crisis in the United States.
It's sort of
Totally,
like
yeah. Never seen
I
that
guess they
before.
mean like when gentrification happens and like a neighborhood becomes trendy and
art washed.
like art washed, meaning there are select buildings with graffiti art on it
Yeah.
at your local IPA and burger
IPA.
joint.
There's a
IPA and
there's,
axe throwing bar.
there
I
was-
don't know. Yeah,
no,
I guess
there-
something like that.
There was an IPA, an IPA in Minnesota, like right that like a brewery that had a
Okay.
large mural of Ruth Bader Ginsburg on it.
That sounds exactly
Oh.
like what we're talking about.
Whoa.
That's art washing. There you go.
Yeah.
It's it was
The
hilarious.
notorious
sucks, though.
RBG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
True that.
That was that's what it was. I don't know. For the Sam Smith thing, it just seems to be that he's not going to be able to pull himself both directions. But I figured he would go to Israel. Like I really
Do you think
did.
that this was his decision or did they made it for him?
Probably his management made it for him.
It's just quote
Yeah.
unforeseeable problems.
well, that's
which
always
could mean anything.
That's always an easy. It's like irreconcilable differences for divorce. That could literally mean anything.
Yeah, it's meant
Yeah.
to be. Everything's purposely meant to be ambiguous and not give you any real reason.
You know what meme actually is probably my favorite, or meme like template is my favorite to describe the human condition, is me, also me. It speaks to the duality of man that you can...
Or like the Spider-Man meme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that one's a little bit more accusatory in a lot of ways, because it's usually used in the context of like insulting someone in a lot of ways. But me, also me, inherently accepts that we are a contradiction in terms in many ways. So you can post about anything, and a lot of it. My favorites are always the one that's like, we should be kind to our fellow man. Me at a traffic jam yelling at somebody to get out of the frickin' way and stuff like that. It's kind of like all the women who have "be kind" in their social media profiles right before they write the most insanely psychotic thing to a person on Instagram. You know, it costs nothing to be kind, as they tell you to unalive yourself because you don't agree with them.
Thoughts on that with the Bible verses in bio?
I mean, I tend to find that most of the people that I see that have Bible verses in their bio don't exactly look like religious people to me, but I could be wrong.
True.
Or it says God first.
I just feel like if you put a Bible verse in your bio, you shouldn't expect that anyone's going to look it up and check what it is.
No, they're not.
Like, what's the point?
Who's the last person?
You want people to see that you have a Bible verse in your bio. You don't want them to read the Bible verse.
Right.
Yeah. Unless you directly quote it in the bio.
Right.
Right.
What's the word? It's there's something that Christ talks about where he says, you know, if you're fasting, don't dress in like old robes and everything like that when you go out into the streets, because it's not about the image of you fasting. It's about you doing it to do it for your own sake. It's very performative, I think is the word I'm looking for. It's giving performance vibes. You know, it's not really like...
It's not giving.
It's not really
supposed to be
and
giving.
Jesus was like, it's giving.
Yeah. Jesus was like,
no, Jesus was like, it's not giving.
Yeah, he said it's
and
not
you should be giving to the poor.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.